Hey beautiful people, welcome back to our channel The Cake Queens. As promised in the last video, I'm here with a video of Bigfoot Museum or Ancestral Goa located in Lothulim, South Goa, which is 1 hour drive from the Panjim city. Goa today, of course, has been greatly modernized to keep up with the ever changing times. But if you have ever wondered what a Goan village would have been like 100 years ago, wonder no more. As with the setting up of Ancestral Goa, you can see a miniature village which has been planned and executed in a minute detail. The entire complex has been built with the idea of allowing us a glimpse into the lives of everyday people from the Goa's rich history. Populated mostly by statues which depict the various traditional activities of Goan villages, this is both fun and educational experience. It is believed that Goa was created by an arrow shot by Lord Parashurama, and his statue taking aim with his bow is one of the first sights within the compound. This is the longest Mirabai laterite sculpture in India, and this depicts Sant Mirabai strumming her tamburi.
Legend has it that the entire Konkan stretch was reclaimed from the sea when Lord Parshuram, the sixth avatar of Lord Vishnu, shot an arrow into the Arabian Sea from the Sahyadri. The water was receded from the point where the arrow landed, and Konkan, including Goa, came into being. After paying our respects to the creator of this land, let us climb the 7 steps to meet Dimo, the earlier Mukdam or caretaker, who was appointed by the landlords to look after their land. In present times, we find the accountants standing up to this role. Here is Dimo welcoming you to his land. Let us take a look at Goa as it looked then.
Hello, I am Damya, the local fisherman. Why are you gaping at me? Is it because of what is covering me? Oh, this is the rainwear that we Goans use. Made entirely from a coconut palm leaf, it protected us from the rain and also the blazing sun. And it was totally natural and biodegradable. Weren't we truly eco-friendly? In fact, in the bygone days, we depended upon nature and consumed only natural products. And one of our favorite was fish.
Behind you are the huskers at work, dehusking the coconuts on a simple implement called kubra. While the coconuts would be sold in the market, strong ropes would be made from the coir on a simple machine, which later were used to make various items including mats. You can also see some of the tools and implements used to pluck coconuts, repair rafters from the stem, etc. All nicely placed in the cupboard there. Further ahead is a typical fisherman's hut erected by the seashore. Sturdy enough to withstand the strong winds, it was made entirely with parts of the coconut tree. Fishermen did all their work here. Notice the various implements used by them, like the oar, the anchor.
To the right is the house of Zuam with mud walls and cow dung plastered floor. Their traditional attire, kapot for ladies and kashti for the gents, hangs in the balcony. The kapot is a sari draped in a unique style and with a signature print in basically 3 colors.
Goa is vastly known for growing cashew trees, and drink made up of cashew is called kaju feni and has many health benefits. Now let's see the process involved in making kaju feni.
The women folk separate the nut from the apples and the men crush the apples under their feet. The juice is collected in pots for fermentation. Once fermented, it is put in the big pot and boiled. Vapors are collected in the small pot where they are condensed by pouring water on the pot. And the resultant first distill is called urak, which is a light drink and is mostly consumed during the summer months. Cognac mixed with more fermented juice is once again distilled, and the second distill is the Caju Feni.
Boca de Vaca, or mouth of the cow spring. The spring fulfilled many needs of the villagers. While the animals waded in its waters to cool down, the women folk used it to wash their clothes and utensils, as we can see Shantu doing. A tub covered out of laterite stone to soak the clothes was usually kept by the side of the spring. Naturally available berries called rito were used to cleanse the body. Let us now go ahead to visit Nandu, the village potter. In fact, in those days, the potter was a very important person. Here you can see the various stages involved in preparing the clay item, ranging from sieving the sand to polishing the final piece and baking it. Note the change in clothing at every stage of work, including the different attire worn by those marketing.
Next to Nandu's house is Inas's house. He is the local carpenter and his house doubles up as a workplace too. Here we can see Inas's wife feeding her child behind the curtain. The carpenters of those times amalgamated Western patterns with Indian motifs to prepare truly artistic furniture that is so fascinating even in present times. The tools of the carpenter's trade along with their clothes are on display. Behind you is the Goan shepherd called Dangal, who lived in the hills of the Sayadris, and harvesting season he came down to the plains to help the farmers and in return took away grain for his consumption. The Dangal always carried a towel which doubled up as a turban to protect him from the blazing sun. It is a popular belief that everybody and every place has a guardian angel. Here by the side of the step, you can see a place dedicated to the protector of the village called Rakhondar. Whenever anybody would leave his village on a journey, 7 lamps were lit for his and his family's safety.
Easily identifiable beard, just standing there. While Vicky, the young girl, is taking in the beauty of nature with a deep breath. Dressed in a flowing white gown, going for a walk along with her pet dog. Her domestic help is holding the umbrella for her. A little to the right, you can see Lata, a Hindu lady in the green sari, stepping out of her house with a traditional diverge on her way to the temple festival.
Next to Lata's house is Shabdal, the flower vendor, who is stringing the flowers into a garland. In those days, a lady's attire was said to be complete only after she had her hair adorned with flowers. Alas, nowadays, flowers are rarely seen on ladies' heads. Next to her is the house of Govind the weaver, and his services were much in demand in those days, as plastic was not even invented. He would weave baskets, mats, and various other items that were required at home or at work. To your immediate right is the bangle seller, displaying different types of bangles of different sizes and colors. Did you know that in the days gone by in Goa, the phase in a woman's life would be known by the color of the bangles she wore? Black and white were for children to ward off the evil eye, colored ones for young girls, specially shaped and colored ones for betrothed ladies, green for expecting women, and black for widows.
Opposite for men, footwear, bags, purses, belt, or any other leather item. Behind Dako's house at the higher level, you can see Anand's house, with the Tulsi occupying a prominent place in the courtyard. Here we can see Anand's family worshipping Lord Ganesh. Balcony, where all the sweets offered during the festival are being prepared. Incidentally, Ganesh Chaturthi is the biggest festival for Goan Hindus. By the side of Anand's house, we can see the tableau depicting Samudra Manthan, or the churning of the sea to extract nectar that made the gods invincible in their battle against demons, and during which period Lord Vishnu took on the Vara avatar.
Men, their haircuts and shapes. The barber also had another important role to play in the village of making matches.
said, runs in the blood of Goans. Mistri, or the church choir master, would give special classes to the talented children, as can be seen at his house at the extreme left on top. The most preferred instrument was the violin.
My skirt is an adaptation of the Southeast Asian sarong, and to give it an Indian touch, I have this dupatta on my shoulder. My house has a high plinth and a number of steps leading to it, not only to elevate the house, but also to provide a place for all others to sit and chat in the evening. You can see that the well is a part of my kitchen so that my servants could easily draw the water whenever required. Note all the earthen utensils we used, not only for cooking, but also for storage, like that barn there. You must have heard of smoked Goan sausages. Well, here you can see them hanging above the fireplace to get smoked naturally along with the onions that we use in our cooking. Thank you so very much. I'm sorry I could not serve you anything, but please go down the steps and stop at the pavel.
Every village in Goa had a watering hole known as tavan, with a soda machine that was much in use, where the men folk would gather in the evening, a game extremely popular then. You must be feeling a little tired after learning so much about ancient Goa. Well, stop at a tavan, not for an alcoholic drink, but a healthy drink of Konkan.
This is where you will learn why this place is called the Bigfoot. A wealthy landowner used to generously give off his money to the less fortunate. However, people took advantage of this good nature and fleeced him of all his worldly goods. Seeing his generosity of spirits, the gods granted him a boon. A man being humble and pure asked only for a small place to pray. The gods gave him a hot rock where he could stand on one foot and pray. The man used this rock day and night until the gods, impressed with his devotion, took him up to the heaven, leaving behind his footprint on the rock.
Then Mahavir's wife became very ill, but no one helped her. Not even the ones who Mahavir had hurt. His wife died, leaving him lonely. Mahavir was not able to care, but moved from place to place, helping people in whatever way he could. He was forced and dying, for a person in his pain, he asked him if he wants to get back to God for prayer. Mahavir asked God to forgive him because he was happy as he was. He was a child. God asked Mahavir what he could give him in return. Mahavir asked
Goa here is a home to more than 450 species of birds and butterflies. This sculpture is titled Sangam, displaying oneness of different religions worshipping one God. Displays the face of Buddha crowned with Jesus' crown of thorns. River Ganga flows out of Shiva's tresses, and Islam by the moon. There are many varieties of plants and trees in the compound, and a lot are on the way to exit. There's a rubber plantation as well, which depicts the traditional methods of tapping rubber trees as well as making sheets of rubber. It is a great place to relax in the shade of these trees, and Goa is also known for growing vivid range of spices. And there are a couple of places which were totally dedicated for spice plantation. Here are few spice plants. So that's about it. After the Ancestral Goa tour, we shopped and bought some souvenirs and clicked pictures whenever possible. I hope you liked this video. If so, give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe.